What's good, Kingdom? Yo, welcome to a reaction to Markiplier's review or rant, whatever you want to call it, on the end of his chapter 5 Puppy Playtime playthrough. And what's the whole thing until now? And I'm curious about what he thinks, because I already kind of understand what you know, what he thinks about this game. And I'll give my opinion throughout. So yeah, let's see, or listen, I guess. Here we go.
Interesting turn of events.
Oh look, it's another bigger bad.
I can't even blame him, bro. I also forgot that that this guy was the doctor, Dr. Sawyer or something like that. It's because I think there's also a big problem with this franchise that like the story is cool, right? It's like intricate, it has like a lot of details, but after you like played the chapter, right, when it came out, actually like the best thing you could do is probably like replay the whole game and then start a new chapter, because otherwise you just don't remember. I think this game would really benefit from, I hate to say it because I hate when like TV shows do it, right, but a recap. Like, I'm so dead ass, bro. This game should have recaps. Every single chapter, recap. Make it skippable if people want to skip it, so people don't complain, right? Please Puppy Playtime Co, or whatever. We need this, bro. Or Playtime Co. That's it. Yeah. Please, mob games. All right. Please, for the love of God, implement a recap of all chapters. It don't have to be long. All right. It can just be like some flashes of like, oh, you met Huggy here, and then this happened, and this happened, and maybe like a couple cutscenes that like have like some quotes here and there, like, oh, the lawyer, whatever, right? I think that is very beneficial for this franchise, because if you keep like uploading or keep like releasing new chapters annually, like people forget, bro. Like, not everyone is up to date with everything again, bro. Like, I was pretty knowledgeable about this whole game, but it's just been so long, I've just forgotten, bro. Like, I probably would have known it if I played it right after chapter 4 or chapter 3.
Oh yeah, no, that guy did sound familiar. I'm sure he was from before. Yeah, you're right. That guy, that is the same voice. Totally. If only we hadn't killed him.
Well, he's not dead, apparently, so I mean, we clearly pulled the plug on him, no? Like, I don't know.
Animation's good.
Things that die in this game don't really stay dead, do they?
I'm starting with the positives here, all right? Okay,
oh, yeah, animation was great.
Me. Animation good.
Lily was my favorite part about the game.
Quality, very good. The movement isn't quite as good. The mechanics I don't find fun.
Oh yes, let's talk about the mechanics. Okay, so the game gives you a hand that gives you like some pressure or like air pressure to like push things, right? Before we had like a green hand that like gave us maneuverability by like placing our hand on like the ground and like propelling ourselves upwards. Like, where is the traversal in this game, bro? Like, it's all just walking, jumping, using boxes to your advantage. Like, they could be so much more creative with these hands, bro. Like, and we've seen it in the previous chapters, right? Like, we had a normal hand, then we had like the electrical hand, which is like now our normal hands, right? It isn't like a specific hand anymore, which is good. I think that the electric hand was a little bit like worthless in my opinion. But we got a new hand, right? And we lost all of our other hands right away. We didn't have the gun anymore. We didn't have the master hand anymore. So they took away our grab pack, right? We find one later on in Ron's mouth. And then we find in the boiler room, we find a new hand. I would almost say pointless, because we already know the grab packs are ridiculously strong, right? Like, ridiculously strong. But for some reason, pushing a thing forward, no, you need to propel him with like this like air pressure hand. not even talking about the lore accuracy of it. Like, what is a air pressure hand gonna help in a boiler room? I'm no like, technician or anything like that, right? So maybe I'm like missing a very important section of that, but I don't really see it. Not only that, like every time you needed to use it, I think the delay on it is annoying, stupid. All right, just make us place it, boom, that's it. I don't need a wind up, okay? All right, the fact that we couldn't like pull big boxes, but instead we had to propel the boxes with the hands, terrible, bro. Like, it really ruins the flow of the game a lot. Like, having to wait on a hand that like the only time it was actually like suspenseful a little bit was when you were getting chased by Lily, and she there was like a wall, or not a wall, a mirror, or a window, I guess. No, it's a two-side mirror. Yeah. The mirror, and you had to like put your hand on it, and she was chasing you, and you had to like wait, and boom, right? That's suspenseful. That builds suspense, and that is a good game mechanic, or at least a good game moment, I would say. But having to like do that every single time you had to use the hands was horrible. It was terrible, bro. I think that was bad. And what did you use it for? To break glass, to break frozen puppy goop. They could have done so much. They could have done some propeller, right? Like, they could have literally done anything else with this hand. Like, air pressure. Sick, right? A hand that does air pressure. That could be so sick. And later on, we got, like, elemental hands, which was also sick. But I just don't use it correctly, bro. It's so, like, it's so boxed in. Like, this is the game, right? This is the whole game. Imagine, this is the whole game. This right here is how they use the hands. This right here, this tiny box, bro, tiny box. That's how they use the hands. It's like, it is such a oh, I forgot. We need a hand. Like, for some reason they think it's a requirement to have a new hand every single chapter or something. Like, no, you don't. You don't need to. Because now you have like a bare bones object that just doesn't do. One other thing I was a bit disappointed with is that it was so limited to use as well for the elements. Like, that you could do ice, you could do fire, you could do lightning. You can do so much with that, right? Maybe we have a pool with enemies and you have to electrocute them. I don't know. Or you could have frozen the whole thing. Or eventually you come across some tank with like some gasoline, right? And you have to burn everything. Like, we didn't do bro. The only thing we used fire for is some stupid I don't know what it's called, like a flask. And when it exploded, it was poof. Poof. No explosion. No. Poof. Freeze the goop. What? They could have been so creative, and they just didn't do with it, bro. Anyway, this is gonna be a long video, by the way, so buckle up.
Switching hands, probably there's an easier way to do it than just like the scroll wheel.
Yeah, it's tab.
I'm sure, but
I learned at the end of the game as well.
It is slow to do that.
Also, I do think a scroll wheel or like a weapon wheel appearing when you scroll would be nice too, so you know which one you're on. So you have to like scroll down or up instead. And you could like scroll as much as you want until you have the right one, then just the right one pulls up right away. You don't have to wait for the other one to pull up. I think that would be better. But hey, I'm just a gamer, you know what the fuck do I know?
I see no reason that couldn't be instantaneous. Literally just like make it fast, because the gameplay requires it to be fast. Why is the actual animation of it? Also, I think in chapter 3 when you like were battling Catnap, right? I think it was faster then too, right? Like, it's like they made it slower. I could be wrong, but I remember it like being way quicker too. Well, you know what? Why am I guessing here? Hold on. I played the whole goddamn game on my YouTube channels, bro. Fuck.
Chapter 3, here we go. Oh wait, I need the part 2 for the boss battle. Oh, hey, look at that. Nice. The last one did good. Sick. Okay. All right, here we go. We got the boss battle right here. Don't mind the frame rate. Don't mind the frame rate. You saw that? You saw the switch? You saw the switch to the purple hand? I remember this boss battle, bro. It was tough, but it was fun. There you go. I can't believe I didn't fall for that the first time. That would have been funny though. Okay, and now let's go back to the brand new one. Is me ranting about the chapter. This chase was bad, by the way. I don't like this chase at all. Okay, let's see. When do I change my hands? Oh yeah, I got stuck here. I didn't know where to go. That was a reoccurring feature in this chase, by the way. Me being lost, not knowing where to go. Yeah. It is a good one. There's a good moment. Here we go. So I get the ice, right? I freeze the thing, or I wanted to freeze thing, but I have the boiler one because I'm an idiot. Because the game doesn't tell you like very clearly which one you have when it's like very like. Look at this. This place is dark, bro. How am I supposed to know which hand this is right now? Like that's what I mean. Oh look, I've always like. I've also like never mentioned it, but apparently like the star has like little emotions between the game. It's kind of cute, I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, so here I got my wrong hand, so I'm using it wrong. Then I have to change. Look how long it took. It took so long. So let's see this again. Okay, changing the hand. Let's see how much quicker it is. Okay, about 1-2 seconds, I would say. Let's see how long it takes with this one. Okay, it is the same speed. Hey, I had to know, you know? I had to know. Also, small plug for my streaming channel if you want to see me play the whole game and, you know, tell me why I'm wrong. Hey, you can only tell me when I'm wrong if you played or if you watched my whole thing, okay?
If it's the first game in a new series, if it's the second, third, I can be more forgiving of things finding its footing. Yep. This is chapter fucking 5.
Fair.
Right? I should know the motivation very clearly. I should know where I'm going. I should know why I'm going to it. I should know exactly what the character motivations are. That one guy couldn't tell you why he was the escort this time around. As much as I like the hair girl, that was fucking random. As random could be, being like, hey, here's a cool set piece. It's now it's happening. Now is this fun? And it doesn't matter if that's
yeah, I understand what he's going to. Yeah, I 100% agree. I think the best section of chapter 5 was Lily's mansion, bro. There was nothing else that was as good. Okay, maybe the propaganda room is probably second. You know, where like had all the screens, you like had to find the discs to become Huggy, or at least see his memories, right? I think that part and the Lily's mansion, I think those two set pieces were so good. The rest felt like, oh, here's random puzzle number 6, go solve it, and then a door opens. Like, bro, what happened? Listen, I think I referenced this a lot in my playthrough as well. What happened to playing or making a game like Outlast? Have you played Outlast? Outlast is fun, by the way. Outlast is, in my opinion, the pinnacle of horror game, okay? Outlast 1 is still by far the pinnacle of horror games, in my opinion. And the good thing they do is you are lost in a mansion, right? You are lost, but for some odd reason, you know where the fuck you are at all times. Like, you might be lost, right? But you understand that the layout makes sense. You understand that these puzzles that you have to do, why you have to do them, right? Eventually there's like this room, or like there's like this space, and you have to find I think a valve or something. You have to like turn it, right? To like turn off the power or turn on the power. I don't remember that, but You have to like find like a valve, and you find this guy in a bathtub, right? And you have to like turn on or off the water or something to do something. I forgot. It's been a very long time since I played that game, right? But it made sense. You knew what to do because there were objectives. The game told you do this. The only thing that this game tells you is find a way out. Find a way out. There's no, if I click on tab, here's your objective. Like for example, you're in let's see, what was a confusing room? Oh, yeah, the basement, I think it's called, where with all like these glow in the dark insidables, right? The game doesn't tell you that you need to find a key or you need to find the flashlight. The game just tells you find a way out. What? Okay, sick, thanks bro. Like, I think this game would really like help a lot with navigation, because clearly they are not very competent in making level design. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. They're making like, I think they point at stuff with lights often, which is good, right? But I don't think the level, especially the chases, don't make sense. And I think that they do it on purpose to like make people die or something. I don't know why they want people to die in the chases. I really don't. I think chasing should be a skillful section of the game, right? Not a luck based. Like for example, I'm going back to the chasing with Lily. Lily had a chasing that you had to like first you had to like cramp yourself through that goddamn window, right? Why doesn't the game or the protagonist just duck on its own? Like, I understand there's a feature, you know, like, oh, I have to crouch, you know, I get it, all right? But I also had that with the Huggy chase, bro. Eventually I have to get through a vent. Huggy doesn't chase you through the vent, by the way. He doesn't. You're just there in the vent, and you're like just like slow as, right? But going back to the chase, then you have to like throw your hands on that thing, right? And then the game doesn't have a confirmation sound whenever you like hit something, or like an indication like, oh, the hand is where you want it to be, so you can pull back. So often I throw my hand, wait, think it had hit the wall, pull it back, hadn't hit the wall yet, it comes back. Like, oh my god, bro, that is the worst part about this game. Like, if you're gonna make puzzles that require you to throw your hand up to like a surface, make it noticeable, make it light up, for God's sake. Like, the whole game is dark, by the way. I had the game turn on, like I have the brightness, I probably had the brightness like times 5, like +5 than recommended, and it still was dark. Like, I don't know, man. It's what he said, it is a mess. I think if after so many chapters, and I think there's like an opinion that only like rises after you played it, like after you like analyze everything, right? Like when I'm in the moment, I'm in the moment, right? I'm playing the game, I'm having fun. I'm not gonna lie, I had fun. Although I was, you know, complaining about a lot of things, but that doesn't matter. But yeah, but now like everything like sunk in. I've watched I watched myself back a little bit as well. I watched other people play it, like, you know, and now I'm like getting more into like the critical side of game, right? And the moment I like think about like critically like what is wrong with the game, I think a lot of what's wrong with the game is the game. Like, I don't really care that much that the story doesn't really make sense anymore, because I also don't really remember everything. So anything I could have missed, who knows, right? I could have missed stuff. When the gameplay is this like inconsistent, I think that's not good. Anyway, I'm rambling. Let's hear Mark out.
Set piece is interesting. I liked the aesthetic of that a lot better. It was random. Why was that there? Just to be an obstacle. That's it. It didn't have any cohesion to the story. There was this, like, I missed, of course, some videotapes. But when you're playing a game, you should know why A is connecting to B and then C. And I'm
Okay, but like, I do think that is a bit of a shallow criticism, because this whole game has been based on you go to a section of the factory, right? You meet a new monster, you get like these cutouts that tell you stuff, right? Like with the little animal creatures, I forgot their names. Like you hear all these animals and they're like how they gruesomely died and stuff, and then you might meet Dog Day in like that dungeon thing, and then you have to like run away from them because they're crazy, right? Like it all builds up, right? And this one is like after you just got out of that huggy room, right? You got out of the huggy room and you came into this like resort or like playground for children, right? Which is, you know, makes sense, you know, this whole environment is full of kids, or it should be full of kids, right? And I don't think he's right about saying, oh, this set piece just there random, because I didn't realize this when I was playing, but apparently, remember the screen lady, the one in the propaganda room? That's Lily. Lily is the propaganda lady. I didn't know that. I thought she killed her. I thought Lily killed the propaganda lady and put her in her bed or something. I don't know. Listen, I played the game. I was really you know, I wasn't really paying attention to everything, you know, but like, I don't think it's random at all. But yeah,
Sure,
go on.
There might be some very thin threading between there if you get the VHS, but my fear is that there's not. My fear is that even if I had gotten all of them, there would be no threading, because I don't see how you could possibly justify going from where we were to where we ended up to leaving that place and it mattering nothing, right? Mattering nothing to it. Here's an interesting character gone. This character's gone.
Yeah.
This character's interesting to be around you for a bit. Gone.
Yeah.
Now, my worst part about this.
Oh, okay. The worst part
for me personally is,
there you go.
I don't know if the developers of this game think it's just their thing. We're the chase sequence game.
Mm-hmm.
We're the game of chase sequences. We are the chase sequence game. That was in the first one and people loved it.
I do agree with that statement. The first chapter was so good because the chasing was so great. It was such a, I would even say a breath of fresh air, because you had to understand, like, until that point there weren't really like horror games that did chases like that. Like enclosed, like do or die kind of like decision making, and I think they really missed out on like the whole concept of like this do or die decision making. It's too obvious now. Like, for example, there was like a section in chapter 1 and you had to like go through obviously, you know, the shaft, or like the whatever thing it's called, with Huggy behind you, right? And there was like this you gotta go left, I believe, and then you have to like go down and then back. Like, that turns you around. Like, that's good. That keeps you on your toes. There was like a split section. If you went one way, you'll be dead. Like, that's good game design, right? Every kind of chase scene that we've had on this game so far, after Huggy, and maybe like the one that like the little caterpillar thing, right? I think that was pretty cool, but there was another like red light green light kind of thing. I guess they kind of did that again with Lily. But yeah, I just think if they really focused harder on the horror elements of gameplay, instead of like making a scary story, or like a story has like gruesome and dark themes, I think that would be really good. Like, what it seems to me that this game is trying to be is a visual novel, right? And on the other side, like, they built themselves up for like this horror game genre kind of game, right? But they've been really steering towards the part of like, oh, we want to storytell, which I'm fine with, but they're leaving behind the game. And like, this whole chapter, by the way, was bloated, full of like stupid puzzles. That one room where you had to like manage 3 things at the same time. A battery, pull the battery, do the thing, do the valve thing. Then you have to like press your hand, this thing, and then close it, and this thing goes. Like, how is it possible? Like, listen, bro. If you think about it, right? Let's say there's a logical factory, right? And you're gonna tell people like, okay, we need 3 employees to move this thing to the other side. Like, listen, bro, you can't convince me. I'm sorry, bro. You can't convince me. That was just a puzzle purely because it was a puzzle. Like, especially with like the lightning rod puzzles, like they were so. There was one at the end of the game that was so stupid, bro. Like that could have just been a lever for the door, right? But no, they had to like, oh, two things, so boop boop boop, and door open. Like, it's, I don't know, man. Like I said, I think the puzzles in the 2 set pieces this game had were like the propaganda room and Lily's mansion. I think those were good because they made an environment into a puzzle instead of a puzzle into an environment. Sorry, I'm getting a bit heated, but like, it's so frustrating because I do think this game could be very good. I think it really could be very good, but it's just, they are missing the ball in the game. They're really so heavily invested in like, oh, we need to be storytellers, we need animation, we need this, we need that, we need that. But they're just shining a turd, bro. It's still a turd. Like, okay, well, it's not a turd. I won't say like this is a bad game, but it's just, it could be so much better. And I think they just need to hire somebody who actually knows horror games or something. And I think they did, actually. I think I saw a tweet that they were hiring people that like are involved with like horror games and stuff. But I don't know, man. If they don't deliver on chapter 6, I might just drop it, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I thought chapter 4 was bad. Chapter 5 was way worse. If like in hindsight, bro, crazy.
Mommy Longlegs was chase you. Oh, you fucking nuts. Remember the 3rd one when we put more chase sequences in? Remember the 4th one, the chase sequences? Maybe we'll tone down a little bit for the 4th. 5th one, chase. I do not like my gameplay to be trial and error, right?
Okay.
It every time it did it, the stakes were lower, right? And that's
yep, that's a good point, but I'm gonna hear him out.
That's really the issue that I have with it. From a mechanical perspective, a chase sequence is fine if it's well designed and it can be fun and it's like in a key moment where it's there and it makes sense. But the problem is this one, especially chapter 5, holy fuck. Half the entire game was chase sequences.
Okay, we had a Huggies chase sequence that was, I would say it was one chase scene until the elevator, right? Like there was a little bit like of dead space or like a little bit of rest between, but then he came back. So I don't really think that counts as separate chase scenes. So I'm just gonna count the first chase scene with Huggy 1, okay, until the elevator. Then you get the grab pack is stolen. Then the next chase scene is like way later. After the propaganda room, you get another Huggy chase scene, right? Which was more underwhelming than the other one. Then later we get a chase scene. I think that's the Lily chase scene. Yeah, the Lily chase scene is then. And afterwards, and at the end of the game, we got the chase scene with the prototype. I think that was 4 chase scenes in total in the span of... Well, I took roughly like 7 hours into this chapter, but I think if you like didn't like waste too much time on puzzles, I mean, Markiplier did 5 hours, but he was like really dicking around with like the elevator shaft, like climbing to get that stupid lemon. So I think if you like would be competent, I think you could like get a 4-hour run, I believe. I think, yeah, I think you could like. So let's say we have 1 chasing each hour. I don't think that's really bad. I do think a part of the game is bad because it's, well, the chasings don't really matter. Like, yeah, you can die, right? But you get up, right? That's not really a fault of the game. That's just games in general, right? You die, you get up, you could try again. But it's just, it didn't feel, it didn't give you the feeling of like fair. I didn't fear any of the chase scenes. Like none of them felt like they came close. Even like the glow in the dark Lily thing, I was never like, oh my god, it's so close, guys. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like, no, I wasn't like that, bro. And I think if I would go back to the chase scene with chapter 1, like right now, right? Like if I went to go back right now to chapter 1, the Huggy chase scene at the end of the chapter, I think I will be terrified again. I really do. I really do think I will be terrified again, because that one felt like that motherfucker breathing in your neck every second of the goddamn chase, bro. It didn't give you a rest. Only the section where he like maneuvered around you and then like he came towards you when you were like running away from him, and all of a sudden he's in front of you. Like, I think that is really missing in this chase scenes. There's no originality. It's just, oh, you're getting chased. Oh, you better run. Oh, obstacles. Woo! Like, I don't know, man. I really think they could have done it so much better. So much better. If they just looked back, seen what the Huggy chase made so what the Huggy chase made so good, and then amplify or emulate that. Like, don't copy it, right? But emulate that. Like, make it scary again. Make it like every single mistake that you make could be your death, and not a mistake like, oh, I'm struggling with game mechanic. I don't want that. Okay, having to like cram yourself through a goddamn window. No. Okay, having to like wait on a hand. No. I want this to be pure mechanical skill based. Chasing should be mechanical skill based, okay? And I think they could really amplify the grab pack if they made some maneuverability in the game. All right, why are we so like hung up about, oh, I can't use my hand on normal walls but only on magnetic walls? Like, don't do that, bro. Give us hands that stick to any surface, like some Spider-Man, and make puzzles around that. That will be so much more intuitive. It's just dumb to me. It's dumb. Anyway.
Because it's doing them again and again, it suddenly has to introduce, oh, here's a new thing in here. A chase sequence is not the time to introduce a new mechanic. I don't even care if it's something as innocuous like, oh, decouple the train cars. It's like, to learn that the vast majority of people are going to die to that. And in a chase sequence, as I've said before in these games, as soon as you die, it loses all of its value.
Yep.
To do it again, to go through it and be like, oh, I remember how this goes now. Oh, I've learned this now.
I think the issue is that whenever you die in a chase scene, your brain changes into, I am terrified or fear of my life. It changes to like the side of, oh, I have to like puzzle solve. And I don't think that's what you should be doing when you're getting chased. I think chase scenes should not involve dumb puzzles. All right, they should not involve things that are too mechanically involved. They just should be able to, like, okay, you run, you have to jump over obstacles, and you have to like get faked out by like, oh, you're running forward. Nope, all of a sudden there's like a block, a pathway block. Like, I think Lily did it too with at the end of the chase scene when the prototype left, right? There was like this chase scene where you like go up the stairs, and then all of a sudden, don't ask me how she came, but she got there, by the way. I have no clue. She was right before Missy pulled out whatever from the prototype. She was right there, right? And then later on, all of a sudden she's upstairs. But anyway, like, she jumps out of the goddamn like door that's been closed this whole entire time and throughout the whole entire game, right? And then you have to like turn around and go back into her bedroom instead of following wherever Missy and Poppy were going. That is good chasing, but then it's ruined because you have to like duck underneath something, and then you have to like grab something, and then she counts down, for God's sake. So it's also time based. Like, it doesn't give you suspense just because you make it like harder. It gives you suspense because it feels like everything you do wrong would end your life. Whenever you do something wrong because the mechanics are stupid, or like the pathway is not obvious, you just get upset and annoyed by like, bro, what the fuck was I supposed to do? And then you're done with being scared or tense, and then you're back to like being critically brained or like puzzle solving brained, and then the whole scare factor is gone. You know, like They really missed the core value of this game, and that was the horror. Continue.
The whole point of a chase sequence is to be a climactic moment where the stakes are very high and you have to quickly think on your feet of all the mechanics that you've mastered through the entire experience.
Not pre-watch, by the way.
You've been doing it, and if you fail, it's your fault as the player. If you fail in that moment, it's your fault because you didn't apply the mechanics that you've been learning the entire fucking game.
Yep.
And it had that. I'm not even saying it didn't have that, but it's like, oh my God, enough! Enough. Tired of it. Tired of it. So tired of it. I'm so tired of it. And frankly, I think that there was like emotional core here that was trying to shine through. And it's like, I wanted to be in it, but by the time I got there, I didn't care. I just didn't care. And yeah, I'm hungry.
Yeah, I
I'm
saw
grumpy.
that.
I'll admit that.
Yeah.
I'm not giving this a number rating. I'm just saying thoughts.
I think the best thing I did was keeping it like 2-3 hour sessions. I really think that was a good thing I did. Because if I if I did like Mark did, just play the whole thing in one go, I would also probably get exhausted and like then not care about anything, you know? Like, I'm gonna be honest, right? Like, whenever we dropped Lily, I don't know why, but everyone who killed Lily, from like Jacksepticeye to Markiplier to Dash Games, right? I haven't played to watch the Dashy one yet, but every single one of them, they're happy to kill Lily. Bro, I almost started crying, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, now obviously I didn't know that was Gracie, right? The propaganda lady. But on the other hand, she didn't remember that she was that lady, right? She was just an entire different person, right? And again, it's like catnap. Like, he did everything because he thought he was doing the right thing. He thought he was admiring and well, pretty much worshipping a god, right? And I don't want to go into religion too much, but that was a really like it's a deed of innocence, right? Like, and I think the same thing applies to Lily. Like, she thought she was, you know, she thought she was like this with the prototype, right? When she's clearly not, right? She like prototype like doesn't give a fuck about her at all he cares about is Poppy for some reason. Like, when she died, it felt sad to me. If you look at this, right? Like, let's say she didn't lock up Poppy, which I didn't really care about. She locked up Missy. I do think that's a little bit sad, right? But she locked up Poppy. Who gives a f, right? I don't care about Poppy. That probably is a big problem with me too. I think the game really wants to give a f about Poppy, but I just can't give a f about Poppy. Anyway, she locked up Poppy and Missy, right? But outside that, she was just a cherry little girl. Yeah, she might be a little bit crazy, right? She might lose her temper, right? But it felt so wholesome the whole time. Like, even though the puzzles were stupid in hindsight, right? Like, if I just found the stupid battery in the back of the car before I wasted 30 minutes looking for a different battery somewhere else. Anyway. Like, it felt wholesome. Like, you were going to a tea party. You were like in this house where she, you know, she has like all these, like, she had a slide. Like, it just felt like you were in somebody's place. You were actually a guest in somebody's house. And the host, which was Lily, she was so nice. And she was crazy, right? But she never like hurt me. Like, lore wise, like, yeah, she hurts you in the end, right? But before that, before you piss her off, right, which is pretty common, right? Like, if you piss somebody off, people are gonna, you know, start hurting you, maybe physical, maybe mentally, maybe whatever, right? But before that, she was a very nice host. She like talked to me. Okay, she kidnapped me to her house, I guess, right? That's kind of, you know, kind of bad, right? But outside that, it's just, I don't know, man. I couldn't help but feel sorry for her, even after I learned that it was the propaganda lady that was in her. But yeah, I don't know what I was talking. I don't know what got me to this point. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see what triggered this.
I didn't care.
Oh, yeah,
I
right.
just didn't care. And yeah, I'm hungry. Yeah, I'm grumpy. I'll admit that. I'm not giving this a number rating. I'm just saying thoughts. So put that bias into whatever you're taking in out of this. But I think that even if I wasn't hungry, I'd be saying the same things but nicer. I would be saying
Fair.
the same things but nicer. Cause I don't think that I am going to play the 6. I truly just don't want to.
Now, he doesn't want to now. But let's be honest. Let's be honest here. I don't think that's correct. I don't think he's telling. I think he's telling the truth now, his inner truth right now. But once it all calmed down, he ate something. He like processed the whole game. You know, I do think he's gonna play chapter 5 or 6. I do think so. If he doesn't, that's also fine. You know, like. I don't think it's bad if somebody said, like, you know what, chapter 5, let's drop in the bucket. I'm not touching this franchise ever again. I'm fine with that. You know, that's totally their prerogative. I have no issue with that. You know, it's not like a jail. You don't have to play the next chapter, right? So I have no issue with that. I am gonna play chapter 6. I'm just saying it now. I'm gonna do it, bro, because I don't think this game is bad. I just think it could be so much better, right?
So I'm not going to. I think this is it for me. Poppy Playtime, thank you for your time. Thank you for my time. And thank you for all of this, because man, I just do not have it in me to continue slogging through this. And if I'm coming out of a game saying, wow, I slogged through that, it might be time to reevaluate a couple things.
Yeah.
Right? So this is the end of Poppy Playtime for me. I don't know how many more fucking chapters they're going to go through, but hey, more power to you. I hope it's better next time. I won't know because I'm not going to play it. All right. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching. Thank you, everybody, so much for listening. I am going to go eat with my family, and I am going to have a long, long sit staring at a hole in the wall so that I can calm down and decouple this experience from the remainder of my day.
Be sure to decouple with the levers. So stupid, bro. I didn't even realize that Giblet said that, by the way. Like the decouplers or something. Hold on. I need to show that. That was so funny, bro. Here we go.
Hey, Butcher. Can you hear me? Poppy and I are in the front. Make your way to us. There should be some disconnect levers around there.
Disconnect levers. That's what he said. Yeah, bro.
What? Huh? What? Oh. There should be some disconnect levers down there. Fuck off.
Yeah, that was disconnect levers, bro. Name me one train. Name me one train that has 2 levers to decouple the card, bro. I can, you know, rant about the game some more. Give more of my criticisms about, like, for example, that I don't like the prototype's design. Please don't be disappointing. Please, the prototype cannot have a disappointing fucking appearance. Please, bro. Please let him look bad as fuck. Please let him be fucking sick. That the prototype doesn't feel scary anymore. That he really degressed as a character. But I think I'm just gonna let it end here because I'm already on 15 minutes of this video. So, you know, I don't want to yap too much, all right? But yeah, that will be my opinion about Chapter 5. I think it wasn't bad. I just think it was really underwhelming. I think it could have been so much better than it was if they just thought more of game than, you know, storytelling or the animation, right? Like, I think the polishing of the game could have helped this game a lot more. I think if they spend a little bit less time on like these animations for Lily, which were great, don't get me wrong, right? These Lily animations were insane. I think she was so like alive, right? Animated, really. But yeah. Also, the start of the game was such, and then the basement part is like, the basement is so bad, bro. Oh my god, waiting till you get the flashlight, then you have to like walk back. Oh god. Yeah, basement was bad. Okay. But yeah. Anyway, let me know what you thought about the chapter 5 in the comment section below. I would like to read them. All right, let's have a discussion. I like discussing things, so yeah. Cool. With that being said, that's about it. Take care.